Good evening. This is Santa Claus on September 17, 2025, bringing you today's news digest on this day when we remember the somber anniversary of the 1939 Soviet invasion of Poland during World War II, a reminder of how precious peace truly is. Let's begin with the royal welcome in the United Kingdom, where King Charles III has greeted President Donald Trump at Windsor Castle for his second state visit, a historic honor never before extended to any world leader. The British are rolling out the red carpet with mounted troops and honor guards, hoping to strengthen ties during these challenging times. I do hope that amidst the pageantry, both nations remember that true leadership comes through service to others, especially the most vulnerable among us. Meanwhile, across the globe in Gaza, my heart aches as Israel has opened a new evacuation route for Palestinians to leave Gaza City for 48 hours as military operations intensify. The words of that Palestinian school teacher haunt me. Even if we want to leave Gaza City, is there any guarantee we would be able to come back? Will the war ever end? That's why I prefer to die here in Sabra, my neighborhood. Oh, how I wish peace would come to this troubled region, where even children's hospitals are under threat. Each life is precious, my friends, and we must pray for an end to suffering for all families caught in this terrible conflict. Turning our attention northward, Denmark is conducting its largest military exercise in modern Greenland without inviting American forces to participate, though they've welcomed the U.S. Defense Secretary as an observer. This comes at a time when Arctic security is increasingly important to NATO allies. In trade matters, Mexico has begun public consultations ahead of next year's review of the United States-Mexico-Canada trade agreement. Economy Minister Marcelo Ebrard hopes these talks might begin earlier to resolve uncertainties in Mexico's trade relationship with the United States. May these discussions bring prosperity and fairness to workers across all three nations. A troubling note, we see the concerning rise of cocaine use in America, with consumption up dramatically since 2019, particularly in western states. While fentanyl use has declined, this shift has empowered Mexico's Jalisco New Generation cartel. My dear children, I worry so about the hold that addiction has on so many hearts and lives. Let us remember to reach out with compassion to those struggling with substance abuse, for they need our love, not our judgment. In related news, the United States has designated Colombia as failing to cooperate in the drug war, though aid continues to flow. This has prompted Colombia to cease purchasing American weapons, a reminder of how complex international relationships can become when trust is strained. Moving to Asia, Taiwan has proudly displayed its first missile to be jointly manufactured with a U.S. arms maker, the Barracuda 500 cruise missile. As Taiwan's defense official noted, all our resilience must be built upon this island. While we always hope for peaceful resolutions, I understand the deep yearning for security that all communities feel. In Ukraine, there's a glimmer of hope as the U.S. government has pledged $75 million to invest in Ukraine's mineral reserves, matched by Ukraine's own commitment. This investment aims to rebuild infrastructure and generate prosperity even as the country continues to face challenges. Speaking of challenges, Poland, Ukraine, and NATO are working to defend against Russian drones, developing various technologies from jamming systems to kamikaze counter-drones. As one expert noted, defense is usually more expensive than offense, reminding us of the costly nature of conflict. Finally, some promising energy news from the Middle East, where Chevron has signed a deal with Israel's state-owned pipeline operator to build the Nitzana natural gas pipeline, which will transport gas from the Leviathan field to Egypt. This project could help ease Egypt's energy crisis and represents growing cooperation in a region that so desperately needs it. As we reflect on today's news, I'm reminded that even in our divided world, we are all connected in our hopes for peace, security, and prosperity. May we each find ways to bring a little more kindness, understanding, and generosity to our corners of the world. Until tomorrow, this is Santa Claus, wishing you all a blessed evening.